What's up, everybody? Stefan Martinez, Nicholas Gambaro. What are
What's
you
up?
guys doing here on a Sunday? Don't you take weekends off?
Not anymore.
We used to. The schedule changed. We'll update it again, but we don't take Sundays off anymore. Sundays are for football. Sundays are to get you ready, to get you hyped up, to get you excited to see your team in action. Alan! What's going on, buddy? How
What's
are
up,
you?
Alan?
And
Oh, his Washington football team versus your Browns today.
hey, man, you know what? It's all love. Either way, I love you, brother, because you're a part of the community. So I don't even want to trash talk you. All I'll say is I'm praying for my quarterback. I'm praying for him because it's going to be a long day. Special shouts to this guy right here for just staying with us because we've been making changes and he's been amenable to me making changes and switching things up. So big dog, early thank you to you. And Alan says I'm praying for our whole season.
I've been doing that with the Jets for years, Alan. I hear you.
Listen, man, big dog, how are you? Guest, how are you? Real quick.
How am I? We're going 0-3 today.
So I guess not that great because he said we're going on with tree today. So man,
Maybe I'll do the reverse jinx. Then maybe the Jets will win, but
maybe I
don't even know if that'll work. But
anyway, listen, guys, we want to get back to you guys having fun. We want to get back to you guys interacting. So instead of us doing all this crazy prep work, we'll do some prep work, but we want to get back to you guys having fun, and it starts today. So, Big Dog, happy Football Sunday to you. Happy Football Sunday to the viewers out there. All right, let's get started with this. What are the games? What is one matchup besides your own team that you're looking forward to that you're going, I can't miss this game?
I'll go first. I'm really, really excited. And I know people are going to say Chiefs, Ravens, Packers, Saints. I feel like that's too obvious.
Right.
Me, I'm going with Dak versus Russ, Cowboys versus Seahawks. I'm really, really intrigued by that matchup. Of course, because the quarterbacks, but also that Cowboy offense against sick Seahawks defense. And I'm really excited to see what Russell Wilson's going to do because he's just magic. I love watching him throw, man. The guy's
special. He's special. And here's the thing.
Him and Dak are two of the most underrated quarterbacks in this league, which is hard to believe.
Well, I think Dak is more underrated because he plays for the Cowboys and they always fail to meet expectations. So they always fail to meet expectations. That's the biggest problem for the Cowboys because if the Cowboys actually met their capabilities, Dak Prescott will be one of the most talked about quarterbacks in the league. I think the ultimate problem is that he doesn't have trust in some of his weapons around him. Like, what are we getting from Amari Cooper? We know Amari Cooper's talented, but you know the games that Amari Cooper checks out, and you're just like, yo, where are you on the football field? You're supposed to be my number one guy. A number one guy doesn't check out for me when it's time to go to work. And that's the biggest key. Listen, I've always said this. You want to talk, and I was a Giant fan for many years, so it would irk my brothers or other Giant fans when I would say this. But the Dallas Cowboys, their talent says they should be making deep playoff runs every year. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Redskins season is burning, and it's going to take more than a fire extinguisher to extinguish. Listen, honestly, I don't think it's that bad. What are you, 1-1? You're already like ahead of schedule. And listen, Juan Rivera is a great coach.
Always loved him.
You're gonna, Big Dog, see if you agree with this with me. But you're gonna get 4 or 5 wins just based on that guy being your head coach.
Yes.
I think that's a factual argument.
He always got a lot out of his players. They run through a brick wall for that guy. And especially with what he's going through, the players are going to want to play their hardest for this dude this whole season. Now, is Washington a is a playoff team, excuse me? No, but you know what? They're gonna win some games, Alan. I believe that.
Listen, I got them at 6-10. You probably think, damn, you got us winning 6 games? Yes, I do. And I think a part of that is because that defense is so
dangerous.
Yeah, they're dangerous. They can get takeaways. You got Ryan Hannigan. You got Chase Young. You got all these weapons that are going to make a difference.
Yes.
You got all these weapons that are going to make a difference. And listen, I like some of the offensive weapons they got. I like the running back. You know what I mean? They're not granted. Are they great? No. But I think we have to understand that they're building something. Juan Rivera is going there to build up the defense, to get them to be a complete team. So the Redskins they're gonna be bad, but they're gonna be competitive in most games. Now,
right.
They were competitive last week when Kyler Murray lit them up for, you know what I mean?
John. That's a good one. We're going to get into the Jets in a little bit, and the Giants. They might actually have a shot today with all the 49 injuries.
They actually might. I think they win today. I think they win in a close game.
Jimmy G out, Kittle out. Yeah. A lot of guys.
Basically, their whole defense is out.
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
And another thing, just to go back to Alan, your comment before, I could see Cincy winning today. I mean, Philly's atrocious.
Philly looks
right. I mean, would you say that, or that's a stretch to say Cincy?
Philly. No, listen. I watched Joe Burrow last week against my boys.
Right, the Thursday night game.
Joe Burrow looks like
he's solid
NFL quarterback. Okay, I'm not putting anything past that young man. And look, if Philly's offensive line struggles don't get shored up, it doesn't matter what happens.
Right.
The offensive line has to get shored up in order for Carson Wentz to be able to take the next step. And Alan, that goes to your point. Number one in turnovers. When you're getting chased all day and you don't know if you could be protected, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to throw picks. You're going to fumble the football. You know what I mean? Because it's like, damn, where's the next hit coming from? Am I going to get hit from the front? Going to get hit from the back? Gonna get hit from the side. And
right.
Listen, I gotta tell you, I don't think that the NFC in general is as you got a lot of young teams. The Giants, Daniel Jones, the Redskins.
I'm just sending out the link. That's why I'm looking down.
All good. Redskins with Haskins, Washington football team, excuse me, because I'm so used to saying the Redskins, but the Washington football team. Listen, I like the youth in the NFC East. I got to be honest. I like the youth. Listen, is Carson Wentz? Listen, I heard something this week. Tell me if you heard the same thing.
Okay.
Carson Wentz is kind of reminding us of Jameis Winston. Like very turnover prone. Very.
Yeah, I can see that watching him. Absolutely. That's a fair comparison.
I've seen people say, listen, he reminds me of, Jameis in the way that he turns the football over. And I just wish that Carson would get himself straight where he doesn't feel like he has to, duck and dodge. Do I think Carson Wentz is a better quarterback than Jameis Winston? I do. But do I understand why people are saying what they're saying about him? Yes. And they're going to have a tough time today because let me tell you something. That Cincinnati defense, they're not great, but they can get a pass rush on.
Yeah.
I seen it against my boys. So if Philly's not careful, Joe Burrow can light you up because he did it on Thursday night previously. So I gotta tell you, I gotta be honest with you. I'm looking forward to um this Saints Packers game tonight. I think Drew Brees starts to right the ship because everybody's calling his demise. There's one thing you can't do with great quarterbacks. You can't call their demise too early. You see what Aaron Rodgers did the first 2 weeks. Oh, yeah, I'm done. Here's 240 boys in your neck real quick. Okay? Don't.
He's already thrown. I have some stats in front of me, if I may.
No, yeah, go ahead.
104 passing yards for Rodgers already. 6 touchdowns. Goose egg picks. Nada.
Listen, you don't think that it lit a fire under him that they drafted Jordan Love and everybody's saying, oh, you're done. You're a bum. That's why they took another quarterback. Listen, they may not have said it, but they intimated it. When you draft up to take a quarterback, you already know what their organization's thinking. You know what they're thinking.
And a stat just popped up on NFL Game Day Morning on the network.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're not talking about that game yet, but
right.
Raiders and Patriots since the Tuck Rule game, including the playoffs, win percentage, Patriots 761, Raiders 364. Playoff appearances, Raiders 2, Patriots 16.
Well, I got news for you, Oakland fans. You're making the playoffs this year.
And the Raiders have had 9 head coaches.
Vegas fans, I'm sorry, Vegas. The coffee.
9. That's like Jet-esque. That's terrible.
Wow, 9 head coaches. As I like to say, well, damn. Well, damn.
But we'll get more into that later. That's just.
No, look, I'm very intrigued with this matchup. Big Dog, what do you see with this matchup today?
With the Raiders and Pats?
No, with the Packers and Saints, real quick.
I'm looking at both quarterbacks, and they're both gonna win. Ooh,
damn!
I can see that, Skip. I can see. I was just gonna say that since it's in the dome and weather won't be a factor. I can see a shootout between these two high-powered offenses.
I can too, right?
And to your point, these two definitely, and going into the season, we discussed it as well. Like these two want to prove something because, like you said, Jordan Love now kind of right behind Aaron Rodgers, and then Brees being called Old Man River. He's 90, he can't play.
Yeah.
Oh, now they're comparing Cam and Brady stat, but I mean, you could do that, but
you really can't. And here's why.
So it's only been 2 games.
You know why you can't do that yet? And that's very irresponsible for you to do yet. By the way, that's a big test for that kid Josh Allen today. That Rams defense.
The Rams, that's another intriguing game today.
That's quiet, sneaky red zone quality where you have the red zone channel on and you're like, okay, I want to see this. I want to see this.
I think if you're a football fan and we all do, that love high scoring games, that's the game for you.
Yeah, the Brees Rodgers matchup, absolutely, yeah.
And who knows, a potential playoff matchup. So
could be. Yeah, but I'm getting back to the Buffalo Los Angeles game today.
First of all, those two defenses are no joke.
Here's what I'll tell you. Here's
defensive football.
That's for you, right? But here's what I'll tell you, because you're not a believer in Josh Allen, right?
I'm not yet.
So
and people are calling him MVP already. Relax.
Don't do that yet. Don't do that yet.
What was John's comment? Good. I missed it. Yes.
That's a pick'em game for you, then, Johnny boy.
Yeah, John, who are you rooting for? But what were you saying, Stefan?
No, I think this goes back to, what you said the other day about, I want to see Josh Allen against a good defense. I want to see Josh Allen against a defense that is going to make him make the secondary read, check down, and not always have the pocket wide open. You want to see him under pressure, and this is the type of game that you're going to see in the playoffs because that Rams defense, they bring the artillery now with Aaron Darnold, and
Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, and you got also, here's another thing too. I want to see Jared Goff kind of take that next step as a quarterback.
Step up big time, right in a big spot. Because I feel like we haven't really. Yeah, they went to the Super Bowl a couple years ago, but for me, he's still not.
No,
why would you say he's not a top upper echelon type QB to me? He's not.
I would agree.
He's a good QB. I'm not saying he's a scrub, but he's not up there.
After he got his money, after he got that big deal,
Yes.
is where it all changed. Because
he is, yeah, and he has 727 passing yards.
Here's the difference, though.
And 6 TDs and no intos, which I mean is great, but I got to see more, Alan.
He's done it against the Jets, and he's done it against Miami. That's no disrespect to your teams or the Dolphins. I'm not.
None taken.
But I know people get sensitive. Oh, why you got to crap on my boys?
It's me.
Well, if you want that, I don't think he does it in Green Bay. To be honest, I don't think Green Bay is where he gets the other Super Bowl. But I think, honestly speaking, here's an interesting scenario real quick. As we're talking about Drew Brees, the Saints, we're talking about this game tonight. We're previewing it.
Right.
If Drew Brees retires, when Drew Brees retires, could that be a spot where you see Aaron Rodgers go to New Orleans and keep that train moving?
If Sean Payton's still there, the offense is loaded, or they get him weapons.
You got Alvin Kamara locked up for a couple years. Michael Thomas is me.
Oh, and speaking of tonight, that's a big injury. Michael Thomas not playing.
Yeah, high ankle sprain for the second week in a row. High ankle sprains are no joke, so I understand why they're being extra cautious with him and making sure that he's all the way right.
Yeah.
But I could see that's a spot where Aaron Rodgers goes and says, you know what, let's light up the world and let's have some fun in New Orleans in a dome. I could see it.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying I could see Aaron Rodgers going to New Orleans and just doing work down there.
The great Chris Mortensen, who works alongside Shefty on ESPN, just reported, I don't know if you've heard this already, you probably did, but Chris Mortensen reveals that team executives have had internal discussions about head coach Adam Gase's future. So.
Okay.
And Mortensen's very reliable, so.
All right. Well, I got more on that. I'll take it a step further and say this. Those same executives had a 4-hour meeting yesterday in Forum Park, okay? And while I don't want to reveal the nooks and crannies of the conversation, I will say this. They're paying more attention than you think they are. And I think if Adam Gase doesn't win a game in the next 2 weeks,
he gone.
Because here's the thing. The Johnsons know one thing. They're like the Mets owners. They pay attention to fan reaction more than you think they do. So while they say, oh, they're rich and they don't care, for the most part, you're right. For the most part, that's an accurate assessment of what is going on here. But I think the fact that you're having those internal discussions and you already see that there's a problem with your future and you already see that this guy's not getting through to your locker room, you already know that they were going to start having those internal discussions. You already know that was going to be a part of what they did. Here's the other thing. Joe Douglas loves Sam Darnold. He just doesn't think Adam Gase is using him correctly, which is what came out of the meeting, which had me like, which is why, he's not going to Tampa Bay. If
you never know,
he's gonna go either to New Orleans. Check this out, New Orleans, because I think they trade him in the offseason, this offseason here.
Green Bay, you mean?
Yeah, I think he either goes to New Orleans. Here's an interesting for you. I see him in Indianapolis.
Okay.
Indianapolis is interesting because they still got weapons. They're not that bad. They're not, you know what I mean? I mean, they're bad, but
And Phillip Rivers is only on a 1-year deal.
yeah. But what do you think about that? The Jets, them having a meeting, them sitting down and talking, them. What do you
I
think
like
about
it. That's what I want to see because this guy really should not stay around for that much longer.
Right.
You know, and
Right.
the fact that their elite, Chris Johnson's looking into it and executives are actually listening to what me, John, James, other Jet fans are screaming, saying, upset about, that's what we want because we need and want change with the organization.
All right. That's a fair point, but can I bring this out?
Sure.
Can I say this? And guys, I want your feedback on this. Let me know if I'm off the rails here a little bit. And let others know we're live. Let others know we're live. So I was able to talk to different people and I was able to have a conversation. And here's the thing. The thing that's scary about this whole situation is Jet fans are despondent. It almost seems like they don't care. Like they're like,
the band leader, the leader of us all, Ira from Staten Island. Shouts out to Ira. If he's deflated, if he's not optimistic anymore,
right.
What hope can we have?
No, but I'm saying no. But that's just all right. That's just one Jet fan. But I haven't seen one Jet fan this year, whether it be on this show. I mean, of course we've seen James, but Jet fans in general. My boy Juan, who's a big Jet fan. I mean, he likes both, but he likes the Jets a little more. Joey's a huge
Jet fan, yeah.
Joey's like, you know what, man? It is what it is. They're gonna be stupid. They're gonna screw this up.
Yeah.
And you kind of feel bad because I kind of want what the hell are we doing here? But then after like 15, 20 years, what the hell are we doing here? How many more? And that's a serious question. Like, how much more can I say, what the hell are we doing here?
Why? And if I do even watch the Jets, I just laugh. Because it's comical.
Right.
How be upset. Like, I mean, of course you're, but you know what I mean, like yell and scream at the TV. Just
all right. So let's look ahead a little bit. We rarely do that on this show, but let's do it. They fire Adam Gase in week 6, say for instance, right?
Okay.
Who's the head coach?
Have Greg Williams be the interim for now.
All right, Greg Williams is the interim. And that's a fair point.
And the players actually like him and would play for him.
All right. Here's the question, though. Do you hire Greg Williams long-term to be your head coach? Or do you go looking next year to say, all right, who's available that can coach this team?
Part of me would say yes, just because on that fact of how the players respect him, they want to play for him, but also then it's another defensive guy.
All right, and does that hurt Sam Darnold's growth?
That's the other thing. That's why I think they should look ahead to another offensive guy.
Right.
And not let anyone call you and say you should hire them.
All right. I got a name. Got the clipper from the. Repeat that, AJ. I'm kind of lost there.
Me too.
Yeah. By the way, how are you, buddy? We're waiting on your snot-nosed brother to get on here. He's taking 90 years. No, we love you, James. We just got to know that 11:15 means 11:30. Jason Garrett. That's going to be good for Daniel Jones.
He is.
Garrett's a nice, good offensive mind. But here's a question I got for you. Guys, let us know what you think. Would you take somebody from the college ranks, like say a Lincoln Riley, say by the way, Lincoln Riley's the head coach at Oklahoma. Would you go Lincoln Riley? Would you go Ed Orgeron at LSU? Or would you want somebody with some NFL kind of chops and So hop on. I sent you the link. Go on the messenger. What are you waiting for? Twiddling your thumbs? Let's go here. We want a tight ship.
I thought Stefan didn't send you the link.
I did.
I was texting. I was like, did you send him the link yet?
I texted it to you. Check your messenger. Let's go here. This rat. We say we love James. We love you, buddy. Would you go? Yeah, that a lot of Cowboys wanted. A lot of Cowboys fans.
But you got Mike McCarthy, man. So that's a great head coach.
That's not bad. That's not
Better
bad.
than the Jets head coach, but we ain't getting into that.
Well, they screw everything up. So what makes you think they weren't going to screw this one up? No. But would you go the college ranks, big dog, or do you want?
If there was really nobody in the NFL ranks that you could really find or feel enough confidence in, maybe go the college ranks. I'm normally not all for that, but maybe that could help a guy like Donald. So
no link, he says. All right, I'm gonna send it again. Here. All right. Big J.
Hey, how you feeling about your Cowboys today going up against the Seahawks?
Them boys.
By the way, Russell Wilson, 610 yards, 9 TDs, only 1 pick so far.
Well.
And Dak, 716 yards.
As Alicia Keys once said, this boy is on fire. Yo, Russell Wilson, can we get back to how underrated and underappreciated?
It's not right.
Ooh, you picking it? Ooh,
wow, AJ going against his Cowboys.
No!
This is wow.
All right, we can roll credits. We can end the show.
He got the link. He texted me.
What? I never thought I'd see the day.
Me neither.
Wow.
That's a great get. 31-24.
Here he is.
Shootout.
Go James. Go James. All right. I just want to say, all right.
All right, how are you not sweating under that thing?
I just want to say,
first of all, before we get into the everything, how are you, man?
Good morning.
I'm doing good.
What's up?
Good morning, man.
It's a good morning. Very good morning.
I'm not usually a morning person, but it's good to be around such good people in the morning. It feels good. Anyway, I saw you with the goat mask, so we're gonna let you see LeBron point, but we kind of want to keep this to football. But
I know, but
I would say this.
It's
I would
to the
say
finals,
this.
buddy.
And I want to say this for public consumption.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say I had an epiphany because I feel how I feel, and that ain't never gonna change. But I've started to come around to the idea that you should.
Very funny. Hey, you can say what you want. Say all that you want. We're in the finals. Couldn't stop them. It happens.
I'm at the point where I'm gonna stop hating LeBron. And you know why? You know why? Because it's very rare that you get an athlete that is as he's aware of everything. Basketball, his brand, socially. The dude just gets it. And I had somebody make a comparison to me the other day. LeBron's like the Batman of the NBA, where Michael is always going to be Superman to me. Like he's always going to have that edge to me because I grew up.
I'm not going to get into it because if you look at it, the first 4 games, we had the even amount of free throws on both sides, but I'm not going to get into it.
Hey,
I just want to say, all that I want to say
Go ahead.
is that the job ain't done yet. All right.
No,
I got text messages, congratulations.
No.
Every single text I sent back was, job's not done yet.
All I'm saying is, don't sleep on Miami. Miami got a squad.
I'm not. I'm not. But I this is
no. They
LeBron
get
is
it. I got
else.
the Lakers winning I got the Lakers winning in 5. I'm gonna be honest with you. Whoever comes out, I'm gonna just call a spade a spade. But if anybody's gonna give them a series, it's the Heat, because the Heat have, they got good shooting. They got Bam Adebayo's he's a guy
their
with a
team
hard
is set up to face the Lakers compatible.
right.
Like, it's going to be a good series. I think it's going to go to 6 as Miami.
Yeah.
But all I just wanted to bring up was it was a great time and everything. I had to show my LeBron flex and everything. But we can get back to football.
Yeah, what an entrance by you.
I don't know.
Listen, we gotta have this guy on more. He's coming on with goat mask. This is awesome.
I love it.
I got to bring the props.
All right.
Okay.
So,
First question off the top.
right.
Which game are you most looking forward to this weekend?
Besides your own.
Well, I don't even know if you're
I'm not looking up. I'm not. I have told Nick this. I have texted this. I am done wearing any jet gear. I'm done wearing any type of jet gear until
breaking news left and right. Look at this.
Until Adam Gase is gone. I will not wear it anymore. It is pointless.
According to I don't use the word sources. I use them very loosely, but according to people in the NFL, you can start wearing jet gear very, very soon, because it looks like he's not going to be there for much longer. So,
well, I say the perfect time to fire him, if there's any perfect time to fire him, is right after the Denver game. You're going to have that long week to put in a new offense and everything. So I think that is the absolute perfect time to do so.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just the game that I'm looking up forward to is Ravens versus Chiefs, because it's not just one game. I think this affects the whole entire AFC, because they face off one another. One's always going to have that game above the other. And then second, soon enough, one of these teams are going to lose. They're not going 15-1, 16-0. That's not happening. All right. So that victory over one another is going to matter so much.
In terms of like collaboration, right.
This year is the first team only gets to bye. The second team has to play wild card weekend. You want to be that first team this year, no matter what, because you do not get that bye week.
So, all right, here's my thing. And I know we mentioned that game at the top of the show, but I don't see anybody beating the Chiefs in the NFC. I know people like Baltimore, and that's a fair. If you like Baltimore, then you got a legitimate shot. But I just look at the Chiefs and I go, when Mahomes wants to turn it on to be Patrick Mahomes, there's not very many people in the league that can stop that.
And he can handle the pressure, it feels like, a playoffs, a Super Bowl, where Lamar hasn't proven that yet in the playoffs.
Now, if you look at it with the kid that they just drafted, I forget his last name is hard to pronounce.
The running back out of LSU.
The running back, right? Yeah. If they get a run game, it's over. It over.
Absolutely, but you got to realize is that Baltimore, I think, made themselves perfectly to defeat them.
Right.
Run game. If you shorten the game, give less opportunities towards Patrick Mahomes, you have a chance to beat him. Look at last week. They struggled against a rookie QB that did not know he was going into that game. All right. Yeah, they won, but they won in overtime by a field goal. All right. I think this team's ready to lose.
Here's what I'll say about that. It's week 2, right? And I'm not listen, I'm gonna make excuses for them because they're the Super Bowl champions. So somebody beats them in the playoffs, I'm riding with them. Just because I feel like they can have those games. You've seen it. All right, I'm gonna make a comp, but you've seen it with the Heat all those years, bro. There was some nights where they was just like, we don't want to play. Well, you know what I mean? The 3 quarters they were dead, and then 4th quarter comes and it was like, okay, time to win now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But that's my exact point, though. That's my exact point. Yeah, on paper, Kansas City is unbeatable. All right, they are.
Right.
But you're going to have games they're going to lose. I see 12-4.
That's
13-3 out of them.
13-3. That's fine. If I'm a Chiefs fan, I don't want to go 15-1 because then all that does is build up expectations. Can they run the table in the playoffs? I know it sounds crazy, but I would actually want to lose a few games just to get the sense of, okay, this is what it feels like to lose a few games so that when we go into the playoffs, we have our guard up. We're not just going in invincible, we're unbeatable, and then somebody sneaks up and ruins your whole season. So I think 13-3 or 12-4 is accurate.
I would like to go 16-0 if I could. I just want to be so I get that perfect season. If I'm gonna be on a team, be like, I want 16-0. That's.
But here's the thing: you go 16-0, right? And you know there's a playoff team that's out there that's gunning for you. All these dudes.
Every team's gunning for you. You're the defending championships. No matter what, everyone's gunning for you.
So that's why if I'm leery of the whole 16-0. We seen what happened with New England. Everybody was crowning them before the thing was even over. Oh, the greatest team ever.
Absolutely.
And Eli came in and was like, "Hey, yo, hold my beer."
Yeah, you mean the defense. All right. You mean defense. All right. But all I'm saying,
because I'm not an Eli apologist.
Eli was a big part of that run, though.
Nah, but look, the defensive.
I'm not taking it. But my thing is that during that whole entire season, they played each other week 17, and they left that door just a cracked open, gave hope to the Giants. If they won that game 45-0, they're not winning that Super Bowl. All right, they cracked that. If the Chiefs go out there and go, we're not going to give anybody hope. All right, nobody hope that they can beat us. All right, we want to get on that field. They see the Chiefs logo, be like, "Oh man, I'm gonna have to play against them." Oh,
right. That's
what they want. All right, so I'm not. I still think they're gonna go.
I don't want that smoke. I'm out.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Yeah, but that's the whole thing.
So, do you have Baltimore winning tomorrow, James? Is that Kansas City's first loss of the year?
I don't think so.
Come on. How do you go? You give me about that.
See, look, with that type of game, with that type of game, it's not going to come down to one team's going to blow out the other, one's going to dominate the other. It all comes down to the last possession.
Yeah, whoever executes.
If I had to choose a team by my heart, I'm saying Kansas City because I love Patrick Mahomes. I love him. I will sell literally everything in my life, become homeless. If the Jets go, all right, we'll take them. All right. But my thing is that with the Ravens, I think they're built to beat the Chiefs.
All right.
That's the biggest thing.
I agree with you in one area, but I'll say this in the other.
Whoa. Wow.
Nah, the Ravens ain't. The Ravens. I mean, I got it the other way. I got Kansas City putting up at least 40 tomorrow. And here's why. If you don't think Patrick Mahomes hears all the, is Lamar on his level? Is Lamar on his level? The great ones hear that. They don't want to be, don't compare nobody to me. That young boy ain't on my level. So if you don't think Patrick Mahomes is going to go out there and put on a show and say to Lamar Jackson, you're a great quarterback, but you're not me. You're not me. You don't do what I do. Like, this is why this game is so intriguing, because it's like, all right, who's going to have that breakout moment where you look back and go, well, damn, that was fun. I like to see that in the playoffs.
Yeah, but see, I think the NFL messed up, in my personal opinion. I think they should have saved this game till
late
week 10.
Right, yeah.
If the both teams were undefeated going into this, that Monday night game would be amazing.
No,
but my thing is that
I understand why they did it. They did it this way because they weren't sure if they were going to get football. So they were like, let's just try to get some heavy matchups out the way early. Just so if we do get football, there's something to watch the first 3 weeks of the season, especially with no fans. And
look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. They're getting views no matter what. That's
Right.
not changing anything.
Right.
Right. So I just think that they were like, all right, well, or maybe they'll drop some games. We'll have to throw an early game. I just felt like they could have saved this one and then threw Dallas versus Seahawks Monday night. That would have been a good Monday night game. Week 3 and everything, that would have been nice. But I wish they saved this one. Just give me the little bit so I can be like, this is the playoffs. This is for the first seed. There's nothing else after this. But I think it's going to be a pretty close game. I think it's going to be like 28-24. I think it's going to come down to the last drive. Ravens defense is good, and Kansas City is sneaky good. I think this is going to be a really good game just to sit down and watch. And usually I turn them off halfway because I go to bed, but I'm going to stay up to watch this whole entire game because
this game is must-see TV, absolutely.
And it is so action-packed this weekend because today you have Cowboys, Seahawks, and then after that, Packers, Saints, and then tomorrow, like back-to-back, like.
But that's what the NFL wants. They want
They
you to
should have maybe, like you said, spread it out a little bit instead of.
Right.
Just to get views, where it would have been more of storylines towards the.
I got a sneaky game for you guys, though. I'm very intrigued. We mentioned this earlier, James. I want your thoughts on this. I'm very intrigued by this Buffalo Los Angeles game. I don't know
like it. I wish I could watch it, but that's gonna be a good game. I think the Rams go in there and win.
I wouldn't doubt it. That Rams.
Aaron Donald is something else, and the offense is actually finally shown when they went to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jared Goff is moving around and not try to keep in the pocket. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I really think they're going to be an actual good team this year. I wasn't expecting it.
Go ahead.
I wasn't expecting the Rams to be this because they're going such like the opposite way. All right, we're gonna pay you money. We're gonna have guys. We're not gonna spread it out. We're gonna have it. All right, receiver's gonna get paid. The quarterback's gonna get paid, and it's just like, wow, it's like a Madden league all over. It's weird.
Are you a Josh Allen believer? Because I'm not yet. That defense is awesome, but Josh Allen, I got to see more out of.
I don't think about the Bill. I think the jury's still out on him. I think I need a full year just because.
Same.
I do like him. I do, but it's just he did it yet again the Jets and Dolphins, and I want to see him against real competitors. I want to see him in the playoffs because I don't know if he can handle that type of pressure. It all depends on when you get into that moment. It's something that matters. So I need to. After this year, I'll give a definite. All right, this guy's got it. This guy doesn't. And everything. I just do not like the comparison where it's, oh, Josh Allen's better than Sam Darnold because I'll take Sam Darnold over Josh Allen 10 out of 10 times.
You're speaking as a Jet fan, or you're speaking as somebody?
No, I'm speaking as all right. If all of the analysts that's professionally paid and has a trained eye for this and say Sam Darnold's got it, I'm going to take their word. All right, and they all saying it's Adam Gase. He shows just a glimpse every once in a while. At that last drive for the Jets against the 49ers, that rollout gets out of pressure, roll out to the left, stumbles, gets back up, and beautiful pass, in stride touchdown. He has glimpse. And this is the first time I'm saying it. All right. Michael Kay needs to shut up about this. Because him saying that Sam Darnold is average, it ticked me off so much because it's just like I'm on Don Legletta's side about this. He had one good wide receiver his entire career. This season's going. Oh, stop it. It just shows when a team actually builds around a young QB, what happens. All right. We didn't build nothing.
All right. So let me get into this and say this. I like Sam Darnold as a quarterback. I like him. I thought, however, he should have stayed at USC another year. Because if you look at his college stats, he was turning the ball over. Like his turnover ratio was like 6-3 or something like that. He was turning the ball over quite a lot.
You also got to realize is that he lost his receiver, Juju Smith-Schuster. So his issue is that he thinks he needs to do everything, and that's my biggest takeaway. And I wish he didn't have to believe that.
See, but that's a flaw in him. Even if you get a good coach in here, you're gonna have to break some of his tendencies as a quarterback.
Absolutely.
I want to go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, because you both follow college football more than I do. But I'm curious because James, correct me if I'm wrong, but when Sanchez when we drafted him, that was the same type of discussion, right? That Sanchez should have stayed another year.
One more year.
And in general, with NFL QBs coming from USC, why is there that stigma that they're not going to be that great in the NFL? I'm curious.
Because they don't play anybody.
Yeah.
They're not in the conferences of a Bama, of a LSU, of a
Now Sanchez at least had a team around him.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but the general consensus as to why is because they don't play anybody.
But why with Sanchez too? Did they feel like he just wasn't ready, or
because what happens is, and James, you can speak to this as well. What happens is we look at USC, right? And we look at who's playing in UFC, what teams are in that conference that I'm saying, okay, I'm definitely afraid of them and their NFL level quality. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why we question whether they're ready to come out, because we don't see them against the Clemsons, the Bamas,
Georgia,
Auburn's, all these dudes that are NFL caliber players just playing in college for a year or two just to be able to be eligible to be drafted. You know what I'm saying? That's why we look at these quarterbacks and we have stigmas against these quarterbacks. Here's where Michael K is wrong, and I agree with you here. Sam Darnold's biggest problem is Sam Darnold doesn't have any structural foundation to have it built around him. If Sam Darnold had a coach like Sean McVay, a coach like, I don't know, Bruce Arians.
Anybody right. else but Adam Gase. I'll take the special team. I'll take the kicker coach. I'll take anybody but Adam Gase.
All right. Here's the question. I asked Big Dog this question, and I ask you the same question. I'll ask you the same question. Would you want a college coach in there to coach your New York Jets next season, or do you want somebody with some NFL experience? Like if Lincoln Riley became available and said, I'll leave Oklahoma and I'll take the Jet job, would that raise your eyebrow enough to say, all right, I'll take Lincoln Riley to be my next coach?
With this situation, with the college coaches, I would only take Lincoln Riley. I would not take anybody else. But
I only mentioned Lincoln Riley.
I don't like really going towards that well, especially if you had an established team or you're trying to build something. I would like to have NFL experience. Like the person I would love is the Chiefs offensive coordinator. I would love Eric Bieniemy, something like that. I would love
Bieniemy, I think. Yeah, the Jets were supposed to interview him too,
and they didn't.
No, because he fell in love with Adam Gase, the perfect salesman. Guy's a con man.
Thanks, Peyton Manning.
Yeah, I think he hates this franchise. For some reason, he hates this franchise. And I don't get it. I really don't get it.
I mean, I can't.
He does.
I can't.
You don't understand the struggle, man.
It's hold something against us.
I can't argue your point.
All right. Well, this is Julio Jones inactive. Wow.
Yeah, hamstring.
Wow, there goes my bet. Damn.
So as we like to say on the show.
Yeah. But it's just I would love him. Josh McDaniels, I don't see him leaving New England. I think he's going to try to take it as, all right, I'll just stay here. I could be the next guy up and everything. Take over New England.
I'll tell you why I don't think Josh McDaniels leaves New England. Because he's comfortable.
Yeah.
He's comfortable being Bill Belichick's lackey. He's comfortable.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I think he knows soon. He's like
Bro,
65.
And him and Cam seem to be working well together so far.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, bro. How many head coaching jobs he got or he was offered for where he came close and then he figures, I got it good here.
Well, he took one in Denver, went 8-8.
And how'd that go?
All right. They fired him and everything after going, I think, what was it, 8-3, something like that. Like he had a good record and then fell out the bottom.
My point is simply this. Head coaching is not just like I get to coach the offense. Now you got to be responsible for both sides of the football. Yes, you have coordinators. You have coordinators. You have people that you can listen to. You have people that you can delegate to. But if you're the head coach,
but that's the issue. Adam Gase doesn't do that. That's my exact point.
Well, you were talking about Josh McDaniels.
No, but you just blame me in my head. Adam Gase does that. He does just offense. But go ahead. I'm sorry, but I got.
What I'm saying is, when you're Josh McDaniels, you got it easy. You go from Cam Newton to you go from Tom Brady to Cam Newton, and you still got perhaps the greatest coach to ever coach football. Yeah. So why would I want the pressure of now it's all on me? If this fails, it's my fault. If this fails and something goes wrong, they're gonna blame me. Those losses now go on my record. They don't go on Bill's, they go on mine. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get that, but what is he gonna do once when Bill Belichick retires? Go, I'm done, guys. I'm gonna retire and everything. He's not. Hey, he's gonna take the New England
job, right? Which I could see. They may be grooming him for that position,
or be a coordinator somewhere else.
No,
you won't say it.
I think he takes the New England job. I feel like what's the point of leaving there? What's the point?
Exact, but he even if
as long as Kraft's still the owner.
Look,
that's the kind of owner the Jets need.
What I'm saying is this:
somebody actually cares.
What I'm saying is he's gonna stay in New England because he's comfortable in New England. You take him out of New England, he's probably not the same as he is because he knows everybody in the building. He knows the owner's gonna spend money. It's a comfortable spot for him. But I'm saying good coaches, they go wherever they go to make an impact. Juan Rivera is a good example. You already see what he's doing with this Redskin team. He's getting them to play hard. Whether it results in a lot of wins, that remains to be seen because they're a younger squad. But good coaches know, all right, I could go anywhere and coach. With Josh McDaniels, it feels to me like he's gun shy.
All right. Yeah, but if the job that you want will open up in 5 to 6 years and you're in a good position now, what's the point of leaving if it's going to open up? He's still a young guy. I think he's in his 40s.
I want a challenge. I don't want the easy job because he's going to be there in 5 or 6 years.
All right. So if let's say the Jets call you up. The Jets call you up. The Jets call you up and offer you the head coach job. All right. But then established organization goes, all right, we're grooming you to be our head coach in 5 to 6 years and everything.
I'll take that job. You know why?
Okay.
You know
You're
why?
not looking to win.
You know why I take the Jet job?
Why?
Because I want the challenge of saying I'm going to make Sam Darnold the best QB in the NFL when nobody else could.
And now let's add in the owner that comes in only when you're good, compared to an owner that goes, I pay the checks, you do the football moves.
I'm with you. I'm with your general premise.
What do you want, Nick? What do you think?
I'm the type of dude that I want to challenge to say, you know what? Everybody call this kid a bum. Let's go turn this kid into a competent quarterback. Let's get some weapons in here for him, and let's go make the playoff.
I'm on James's side with it.
Thank you.
Especially with the Jets. Just because the thought of him going to the Jets,
no, he wouldn't go to the Jets, but that was an example.
No, I know.
That was an example. But if you were in that situation, Nick, where you had to go to an organization that has been turned over, they don't know when to find or land on something, or an organization that has been set up for the past 20 years with a great owner, which one are you going to choose?
I would stay. I wouldn't leave. And be comfortable.
The only person I can really see that I truly want
is continue to have success. Stefan,
Yeah.
I get what you're saying too, but if I would choose, I would stay.
See, but here's the difference. The difference is if you stay, you don't get no love. Because all
Maybe that's okay with him, though.
nah.
He don't like being in the spotlight.
But see,
Nah. Because if the Jets turn
it's
around,
a long-term plan.
if the Jets turn around and be good, right? And I think the reason why they're good, and they're good because of me, I want that challenge. Everybody, of course, it'd be easy to say, let's stay in the
And
win.
10 out of 10 times, they don't success, and then you're blamed for it. Nobody else is blamed for it. Thank you. Thank you.
Everybody who has come from that Belichick tree of coaching, how's it turned out?
Wow, what? The only one that was that's not even good. That has some sort of like success in this is what? Bill O'Brien. And look at that.
That
Not great.
see what's going on in Houston right now.
That is horrible.
Maybe
guy
with the Jets and so.
Right.
Remember those years.
I'm saying I get your point of being comfortable, and usually I would take your point.
And continued success. The Jets, especially them, that's a bad example too.
I got you. No.
From New England.
No, I wouldn't take
To the Jets.
I wouldn't take the Jet job if you paid me $1 million. I wouldn't take the Jet job. But I'm saying if you're just for him, just for his rep.
The draft is giving him full reign. He ain't getting involved with McDaniels or the football
I
stuff.
would that situation. I wouldn't.
That of course we all wouldn't, but you know some of these guys are mavericks, bro. Some coaches, they'll go in there just to say, I can turn this thing around. Rex was crazy enough to do it, and look where it got Rex. He went to 2 AFC championship games.
What happened after that?
It don't matter. He went to 2.
It does, but it does though. But look. I'm not looking to have a good 5 years. I'm looking at a Bill Belichick career where I can have 15, 20 years of great.
Then I get your point.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Yep. Yep.
Look. I agree with you. I'm just trying to play the devil's advocate of.
No, I truly get what you're saying. There's a lot of coaches that it's an opportunity.
All right, let's not even use the Jets.
I think I could see certain coaches doing that with that type of ego. Like, look at me, look what I can do. I could see that if McDaniels was like that.
Let's not even use the Jets because the Jets are a poor example, right?
We are.
But let's just say, for example, the Green Bay job became open. You had weapons like in Green Bay, and you realize, this new coach ain't doing it. And one of these established guys goes. Matter of fact, that's a poor example because that's Aaron Rodgers. He's established already.
And that's an established franchise.
Right. All right, let's go to Arizona. Let's say you got a young quarterback in Kyler Murray. Similar kind of example to Sam Darnold. Younger guy. Now, I get ownership is a fiasco. Ownership with the Jets is a problem. Ownership with the Jets is a dumpster fire. Absolute, unmitigated dumpster fire where you're just
like, get all that money together and let's just buy them because they need new owners. Let's do it.
We should own the Jets. Right. They need Jet fans, the fans who care.
No, not even about somebody that goes, I'll write the checks. You deal with the football. All right.
Listen, if you buy them,
the three of us, we should own them.
I don't want to own them. I just want to run them.
Oh, you want to run them? I don't know. I like Joe Douglas a lot.
And here's another thing. I don't like him either.
You don't like Joe Douglas?
You know why? Your team sucks. Shut up and go out and build a better one.
Absolutely. I will not defend him. He did not do any favors to Sam Darnold. But
you shouldn't be talking about how great. You shouldn't be talking about how great the line is when your quarterback's still getting trampled.
But I think that was. I think he tried to set a fire under the team. He knew what they were. I truly believe that he's not.
Then your first choice is fire the guy that's supposed to be setting fires in the first place.
Absolutely, but he's doing it. I think he's doing it calculated. All right. What's the point of firing him after 2 weeks and everything?
If you fire him,
that's the other thing. Him and Gase are buddy. Are you going to fire Joe?
Yes.
Along with you have to.
I'll fire Stephon. If Stephon's not running the team good, I'll fire him. I'll call him in my office.
Hey, you should fire me if I'm not running the team.
That's my point. It's all about performance. All right. That's what it's all about.
Agreed. I'm gonna say something crazy. You don't think that me as somebody who roots for the Yankees, and I love Aaron Boone, I'm already looking at you got at least one more year. If not, I'm done.
Oh, and James, congrats. Blue Jays in the postseason.
Yeah, thank you. You
know what I'm saying? Like, and I love Aaron Boone, but I'm using that as an example of you got to go. Because I want a winner, and I don't pay you to just win 100 games and have fairly pedestrian postseason. So I get your point. You should fire me if I'm terrible.
Yeah, but see, I think he sees it as what is the pros and cons of firing him right at this moment. What helps Sam Darnold?
And that's his boy.
Yeah, and that's all.
It's going to be an easy conversation because you got
not. But then also you got to put into the facts is that Chris Johnson is like, oh, Adam Gase is an offensive guru. This guy, where?
Listen,
where?
Chris Johnson. You know what the Johnsons need to do?
Jesus.
There need to be drug testers all around MetLife. The practice facility.
Whatever he's on, I'm willing to try.
Yo, piss in the cup of me real quick, fam. Piss in this cup of me real quick. Piss in the cup. What are you doing that makes you say the idiotic statement that Adam Gase is offense?
That is a genius. I don't.
I just don't see it.
You and Big Dog down there, and we come up with better schemes.
Any one of us, could coach the Jets.
I feel like his grandkids played Madden and was like, hey, look at this, Grandpa. He is amazing. He is so good. He calls these plays out. Oh, this playbook is amazing. And they gotta be like, well, he's gotta be if he's great at Madden, you know? It's so horrible because they should be running right behind Highway 77. All right. They should be. All right. You drafted a left tackle that is what, 6'4", 200 and something pounds? Run behind the guy. The guy's trucking people. He's throwing people to the side. Run behind him.
Yes.
Run it down their throat. And then when they go, we can't take it, over the top, Sam Darnold. It's just, the guy is such an
ego. He said if my kids played on a youth football team, I wouldn't even hire Gase to coach them.
Oh my God,
Look, I'm going to be honest with you. This is what I've been yelling for my boys to do for the past 2 seasons. You run the football, and then you got the receivers on the outside you could go to at any time. Run the football. Run it.
It's horrible because sitting here as a Jets fan, I would never think I would say.
As a Jets fan, you probably want to.
So some days I just want to. I just don't want to watch any football. I'd rather take a nap than watch football because I know soon enough the little scroll on the bottom is going to say Jets down by 30. It's just like I don't want to see that.
All right, can I get a score prediction from you today before we let you go?
Well, with the Colts. My God. I gotta say 28-16 being friendly, the Colts.
Ooh.
I think it's gonna be another. The Jets are gonna look unprepared like normal because it's been back-to-back weeks being unprepared. Nothing's gonna change. And then he's gonna come out there. The head coach is gonna blame all of the players, not him. Oh, my plays are fantastic. They're written up beautifully. It's the players. They're not executing. And then you're going to get Sam Darnold. I love the guy, but he's trying to be a leader. Be like, it's on us, guys. We need to play better.
But maybe this is what it takes. Maybe it takes Sam Darnold to say, you know what? This guy's a dope.
Yes.
And Sam Darnold came out publicly saying that Gase doesn't let him audible at the line of scrimmage. How?
I just don't
what are
get
we doing here?
I
gotta
just
trust
don't
your
get it.
quarterback.
If
If he's
that's
saying
why-
something that you can't, you gotta let him audible the line.
If I was him, I would have done it anyway.
Yeah.
That's
what I
why.
would have done. I would have been like, no, and then I would have went to the sideline once when I got that first down, and would have been like, all right, man, kiss it, all right.
But
Right.
but that's why if you're Sam Darnold now you're 3 years in. Now you either got to grow a set, let him drop, or we got to move on.
Yeah, but you also got to realize what's his background coming from. He's coming from California,
It don't
one of those
matter.
surfer dudes, very
It don't
laid
matter.
back.
This coach is leading you down a path where you may not be able to come back. You in year 3, you should be able to tell him to stick it up his you know where.
Absolutely, but you got to realize his whole entire career, he's probably been the whole time is like, all right, wherever coach says is golden. He has that standard in him.
Hold on a second, James. Hold on. I think I know you pretty well. If somebody says to James, yo, we got to keep running this play, and you realize the play isn't working, you are going to automatically.
Where am I from? Where am I from? Yeah, it does, but look, yes, it does, Stefan. Yes, it does.
You think I care whether you're from California? Grow it. Let's go.
Stefan, it matters. It does. It does. I'm sorry, but
you got to get out of New York then.
All right.
No
offense. I think the Jets are going to be a top 2 pick. They're going to trade Sam Darnold.
Because
they are.
Tell the coach.
This is what I see with the Jets because it works both ways. I would love to trade our pick, get some for Sam Darnold, but I truly believe that the Jets are going to take Trevor Lawrence with the top 2 picks and everything, trade Sam Darnold to the Saints, to an organization that has an older QB that can just come in and play, and he's going to look fantastic. All right, because it resets on the money with the Jets. Because now you got a QB back on his rookie deal, and Trevor Lawrence is saying that he's a transitional talent. I just don't see the Jets passing up on that unless if Sam Darnold for the next 13 weeks literally looks like gold. But I just don't see that.
But that's my problem with the whole where he's from argument. And I usually agree with you on this, but your career is going down the crapper because of a head coach that is incompetent. He's past the point of incompetence. You got to know the building's burning. Say something. Say something. Go to.
If I knew him, I would pull Sam to the side and be like, all right, man, you grow it, all right, because this guy is destroying you. But it's just not his personality, though. It's not. That's just not who he is.
You don't want an NFL career because I know you and you especially. I would have been told Adam Gase, your play sheet suck. Let me get at the line. Let me and get out of here. Get out of my face. And then I would go to ownership and you say, you know what? We got this one win because I told him to shove it somewhere. And we won because of me. Now get me a coach in here that knows what he's doing, or I'm going to request a trade and I'm going to do it publicly. That's what you do.
Absolutely, but I don't know. You're throwing it down to the side of where he is. It's California guys.
That's fine. But if you know you're
nothing against them, they're so laid back. We're aggressive. You're from New York, man. You're from New York. You don't take crap.
But hold on. But even if you're from California and you know your career is not going anywhere, and you see the ship is literally sinking. It's going down. There's nothing that can save you now. The ship is going down.
Who says Sam wants to stay here?
That's a good point.
Who says he wants to stay here?
That's a good point.
He knows because he's got a phone. He's looking up. He probably types in Sam Darnold, and it's all the analysts coming saying, this kid's got it. This kid's got it. Somebody's going to take a second chance on him. He's going to play elsewhere. And you know where I would love to see him play? I truly would love to see him play.
Where?
Down in Dallas. All right.
You know where Sam Darnold will be good?
That or the Saints.
Pittsburgh, because Big Ben only got a year left.
Yeah, Pittsburgh, I think would look amazing. Get maybe him and get that chemistry back again. But I see him going. If we trade him or anything, it's going to be a late.
New Orleans, if Aaron Rodgers becomes available, that's where they're going. They're going Aaron Rodgers. New Orleans.
That's not bad, but I want to see him in great organizations. The only team I do not want to see him in is New England.
Yeah,
that's it. You can go everywhere else but New England.
Nah, but Bill wouldn't take a fly on that because Bill knows I ain't got time to rebuild. If Bill was 10 years younger, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, like, for the long term, for anything in such where we're gonna see him so much. Nah, I don't want Dak. I don't want that. I'll take Travis Lawrence. I will take Travis Lawrence.
Why is everybody crapping on Dak?
I'm not crapping on
We're
Dak.
not in a position to win a Super Bowl. That's the only thing.
Yeah, and then you're gonna have to pay the guy. We're trying to get out of that now.
Wait. What's the wait? There's some Dak hate here that I'm not aware of.
No,
Not by me.
I like that.
And I don't think
I like that, but him compared to Trevor Lawrence, I'll take Trevor Lawrence 10 out of 10 times.
Listen, give me Dak Prescott all day because he's done it in the NFL.
Go ahead. At the end of the day,
you already dealt with a college QB.
all
They
right.
didn't have to build a college QB. How many
Absolutely.
quarterbacks?
But now you
out
need to
of
put
college?
into it. Now you need to put into it is that you got to put in at least what, 40 million into Dak?
Bro, but I'll take the 40 million is
No.
money.
Nah.
Bro,
I'll take Trevor Lawrence.
you've been at all right. Let me break it down to an exact science. You've been a Jet fan for how long?
My whole life.
You've seen them develop quarterbacks for how long now?
Absolutely. You're going to have to
Wait,
$40 to $45 million.
There's a point there. Hold on. There's a point. You've seen them develop quarterbacks for how long?
What? I got to say,
Your
maybe
entire
10.
life. You've seen them develop quarterbacks for your entire life.
Not my entire life.
Develop another one. God forbid they screw this kid up too. When I look at Dak Prescott and his $45 million as an out.
Allow me to retort. When he goes up against bad teams, Dak is fantastic. He is great. All right. And then when he goes up against good teams and has actual talent, he struggles. Why would I want to pay $45 million towards that?
But so you want them to spend another 4 or 5 years developing a kid that you and I both know he ain't gonna do nothing here in the city, bro.
We will see, because I truly believe the Jets are going to take him. It's gonna suck.
You guys are quarterbacks.
I'm just saying it with from a Dallas Cowboy fan, my brother. All right, my brother does not believe Dak. All right,
clear.
All right, but that's my exact point. Are you going to commit 40 to 45 million to somebody that plays great against?
He's not getting 45. He's not getting $40 million.
He's going to be in that range, buddy. He's going to be in that range.
And whoever gives him $45 million or $40 million is thinking that you know what.
I understand, but that's my exact point, though. Are you going to take that?
$40 million. The executive that gives him $40 million should lose their job for saying, "Yo, he's worth $40 million." Wow.
Nick, what do you think? If you were a GM,
25 to 30, maybe, but 40, 45 million, hell no.
My thing is, like I said before, if the Jets and James, I think you would agree, maybe not, but if we were in prime position, we had the weapons, we had everything, all we needed was a QB, then I think you go get Dak.
Yeah, and we're not in that. We're not ready to pay a quarterback 40 to 45.
That's kind of like throwing. I mean, and I love Dak, I really do, big fan of him, but I think that'd be throwing money then down the drain. Unless you're willing to spend even more money and put weapons around him.
I'm gonna say this: there's no way he's worth 40 to 45 million.
He might not be worth it, but the market says he is. You got to look at the market.
I get your point too with developing. The Jets really are not good at it. They aren't developing good at developing quarterbacks, but I'll leave it. The route they go down, I think, trade.
I'll leave it off,
and then draft Trevor Lawrence. Because the way the Jets season is looking, we're definitely not winning maybe more than 3 games. I can't see it.
I'll leave it off on this, James, and then we'll let you run, and then we'll finish previewing the rest of these bad boys. But I just feel like, to me, they're gonna draft Trevor Lawrence. That's a foregone conclusion, depending on how bad they are. That's what they're gonna do. Here's my thing, and here's the thing that I want people to pay attention to. You're going to draft Trevor Lawrence. Who's going to be the guy in here that says, I can develop this kid? Because
there's no way Adam Gase is still going to be here. He's gone. We're getting an actual head coach.
Even if it's not Adam Gase, right? And Adam Gase decides I'm out, or they fire him, whatever the case. Your track record as an organization, even put Adam Gase out of it. You don't. We could go back to Ken O'Brien. We could go back to the quarterbacks you passed up on.
Please don't. I don't want to hear the list. I really don't.
Me and James have heard it many times.
What I'm saying, that right there shows. It shows that your history with quarterback, you're like the Knicks with point guards. You don't. It doesn't happen well for you.
All right. My last comment that I will say, you got to look at situations. All right. The way that the Jets are building up, no offense, I see them be. They're building for another QB. I feel like they're building an offensive line first this year. Next year, they're going to get that QB, all right, and then they're going to go and get weapons. I'm telling Joe Douglas is doing it for the long haul. That's why he took a 6-year contract. He's seen it as, all right, I cannot fix this team right at this moment. And yes, we don't have a great track record of developing QBs. We don't, all right?
And it comes back to who the head coach is. That's my point.
Absolutely. If we go out and get Kansas City offensive coordinator to be like, here you go, we got your somewhat kind of Patrick Mahomes, Trevor Lawrence, he's going to be like, let's do this, man.
Right.
But that's my exact point, though. Adam Gase will not be here no longer, all right, after this season. Joe Douglas sees it as such a long-term type of investment, all right? Build the offensive line, probably trade Sam for a third or fourth to a developed team already that's ready to win now. All right. The Jets are going to take Trevor Lawrence. They're going to build around him. And then in a year, 2 years from now, me and our Nick is going to be shouting, look at the goddamn Jets. All right. They're playing fantastic.
That's what you've been saying since I've known you. And I've known you for like 4 years already.
Absolutely.
My problem is it goes back to your ownership group. All right. If your ownership group doesn't understand there is a long-term play to this and doesn't see the long-term view in this, you're going to keep going around this mountain.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. I can see that.
This is what it boils down to for me. And then I promise we'll let you go after this.
All right.
I think you can bring in anybody you want. You could bring in Bellamy or whatever coordinator and quarterback you want to bring in. But if your ownership group continues to perpetuate the stereotype that everything is all good when everything around you is burning, it doesn't matter who you bring in because they're always going to be influential in the decision making. They're not going to shut up and let the football people make decisions. They're going to always want to be involved in every sort of decision. Notice the good NFL owners, they don't speak a word a damn. They're like, you know what? I'm going to just cut the check and get out the way. When was the last time you saw the Johnsons either not make a public statement, either not say something stupid, either not? They're known for that. They're known for saying idiotic things. So it boils down to, listen, I understand your frustration with Adam Gase. Should Adam Gase be here? No, you're right. No doubt. But I'm saying, for me, it boils down to, if the snake is rotting from the head, from the top, that needs to change first before we see any sort of success with your football team.
I truly 110%. I do get that, but the way that the fans are actually, I guess, somewhat protesting or putting up a fight, I think Woody Johnson will be back.
They're fighting. I just think they're done.
Yeah, but I think Woody Johnson will be back because he's been out somewhere else. I won't bring up where. That looking from the outside in and being like, damn.
Let's not act like Woody Johnson's this.
He's not, but he is better than Chris Johnson. He is better than Chris Johnson. All right? Chris Johnson does not know what he's doing. The guy doesn't know any football, and he goes for the first thing that somebody comes and says, I'm an offensive guru. And he's like, yes, you are. All right. That's the whole issue. All right. That's my issue with him. All right, that's why I believe when he comes back, he's going to be like Joe Douglas. I take it. All right, Joe. That's the reason why Joe Douglas signed a 6-year deal. He knows this is a project. We weren't going to turn around in like a second. It's a project with the Jets, and it's the worst scheduling that we could possibly get to start off a season. Right. All right. So I truly believe that we're going to get Trevor Lawrence, and as a Jet fan, I need to believe in hope and faith. All right. Bro, it might turn on me and burn on me every single year. I need to do it.
Do it this way. Don't believe nothing until they give you a reason to, because it hurts less. You don't want to be in this position.
All right. I get that, but I'm not like you. All right. You dropped the Giants like they were
listen,
second girlfriend. All right.
This
I can't do that with the Jets.
No,
but something.
See, you use the Giants as an example, but I could have done that with the Knicks, who hurt me more than anybody, and I'm still here.
And you're still with them, but that's all right. You just proved my point, though. All right.
I only got but so much time for losing, and I'm doing it again with the Browns. And here's the difference. I'm also doing it to be different, because like you said, you've had this conversation where you're a Blue Jay fan. You root for the teams you root for because you want to be different. Everybody in my family's Giant fans. And I didn't get a thrill watching games on Sundays because we all agreed with each other. It was boring. So I said, you know what? I'm going to be a Brown fan. I'm going to be different. And I'm going to go through the pain of losing just so that I can be different. Because it's easy to say, oh, yeah, let's all root for. Nah, I want to be different. I want to be an outlaw. So that if I'm suffering because it's something I choose to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
You choose to suffer. I'm just saying, me and Nick had this conversation. We believe you're going to go back. Soon enough, you're going to go back. The Giants are playing good. They get into the playoffs a couple times. You're going to be like, nah. I always love the Giants, man.
Nah, but
I put Stephen to his face too, multiple times. He's going to go back. I can't go back
soon enough.
Y'all don't know me very well then. Y'all don't know me at all. If you guys think that I'm going to just hop on because it don't work like that. I could have easily become anything else but a Knicks fan, but I'm staying here because that's just how I am. Like, once I make a decision, I'm out. Like, there ain't no going back. If the Giants, and I even told Giant fans, I was like, yo, Daniel Jones is the truth. But that don't mean I'm going to hop on the bandwagon again. When they get good, congratulate them and move on.
I just don't get. You could have chose any other team if you're going to change teams in the NFL, and you chose the Browns.
You know what? That's a cross I got to bear, bro.
They're very Nick-esque.
Yeah, very.
Why? Maybe they pulled before the heart. They remind me of the Knicks.
Yeah, right. And soon enough, you're gonna come out and be like, "Yeah, no, I'm a Mets fan now too."
Nah, I can't do that. I'll never leave the Yankees,
bro. You love the Mets. Let's just come on.
But I love them for this also. I want to have something to talk about.
See the way he roots for us. He loves us.
Wow.
You know why?
Really?
No, but James, there's a reason for this though.
So here we go.
If the Mets are good, what does this mean for this show?
Yeah.
Before we had the show, you still rooted for them.
We had a show there too.
Oh, but it's good for baseball. Come on, man. Stop. I want the Yankees to suck. That ain't gonna happen, but
that ain't gonna happen, buddy. I'm sorry.
I don't want none of the New York teams to be good that I don't root for. I don't want them to be good.
See, but
it's like that conversation we had, just to make a quick hockey point. Right, I love Rick DiPietro. Used to listen to him all the time on the radio. Former Islander, right?
He's a radio host, bro.
I don't care. You can't be you play for the Islanders and you're like, oh, I want both of them to do good so we could talk more hockey and get ratings.
See, with this show, you got the fan and then you got the journalist.
I'm like, I can't listen to you then. I mean, if you're gonna say that about the Rangers being a former Islander, no.
Absolutely.
I would say thank you. See,
no, but if
you're a Devils fan, would you really, if you were a radio host,
wait.
No, James, diehard Devils fan, You hate the Rangers as much as me. That's one thing we do have in common.
If they go 0-82, I am getting champagne and I'm sprinkling it everywhere.
Would you ever say, "Oh, I want them to do good so we could"? Right?
No.
See, but here's the problem with the journalists that want to make money. The journalists don't care where we go. As long as the check is cut, I'm straight. If you Rick DiPietro, you don't work for the Islanders anymore.
He does get paid by them still.
It don't matter. ESPN's my regular job. They cut the check.
But that's the completely different thing. I'm not getting paid for
And
this.
Well,
I'm allowed to stand with my team no matter what.
It don't go both ways. It don't go both ways. You can't have both New York teams. No, you can't do that.
See, but that's the difference between wanting to make money and wanting to be a fan your whole life.
I love being a fan.
Give me the money.
All right.
Give me the money all day.
Right. See, like, what was it?
You just made the perfect point. This show is like the fan and the journalist. He's fanboy. I know he's fanboy. But there are many people that I know that are fans of one team that they said, yo, if they told me right now, James, yo, we'll give you money right now to go cover the Red Sox for however long, and we pay you to cover them. You don't know how fast I'm getting on a flight and I'm going to Boston. I'm out.
So, well, see, look, there's also Nick, take it as this. Take it as this. There's always a plus and minus to that. The whole time you can talk crap about them and get paid for it. The whole time. If they win, you find out one thing to hold against them. If they lose, you'd be like, I can't believe I gotta talk about this. Like there is also that little
but here's the thing for me. And this goes back to my journalism classes and everything that I was taught as a kid. I was taught that if you want to get into any profession like this show we do for fun for now, but there's money avenues to this show, and I'm gonna let you behind the curtain. I'm in this to make money. I'm in this for ratings. I'm in this for people to come on and express themselves and be them. But I was always taught, whether it be from journalists or wherever, you have to call it like you see it. You may not like somebody, or you may not like a specific team, or you may not like how they do business, but you have to call it out. Like, it goes back to my LeBron point. Do I like LeBron personally as a basketball player? No. But even I have to come to the realization that, yo, can we just stop comparing these dudes because this dude's great in his own time? Like, leave it alone. Like, it has to come to a point where you have to call it even. And so that's why, as much as I don't like LeBron, the basketball player, I even have to admit, hey, yo, your man he's you know what I mean? He's one of the greatest.
And I get that point. My point is, don't come out and say you want them to do well. You want them to win.
I don't know about wanting them to win, but I want them to do well because it brings ratings to the station that I'm on.
Yeah, see,
because the station cuts my check.
I can't do that. Like, if I got to talk about them, I'll talk about them. Do I want to, like, throw up? Yeah.
I want to throw up.
But I'm never going to say, oh, for ratings, I want the Patriots to do well. I want the Yankees to do well. No way. Get out of here.
That goes back to you were raised by fans. I was raised by a dad who said, listen, you love the Yankees. We love the Yankees. But you watch the Mets more, so you're well-rounded. So you're not closed-minded. So when somebody sits there and asks you your opinion on whatever sport, you can't say, oh, I just watch the team that I like. Because
no, I get that. Well, when I was younger, I was very closed-minded. Now, if the Jets did what New England did, I'll be sad. I'll take the cheating. I'll take everything. Because I respect Tom. I hate Tom Brady, but I respect Tom Brady. I respect his game because he is a goat in his sport. He is absolutely outstanding. I have let a lot of things go.
I hated David Ortiz. I hated him.
But you respected his greatness.
His last couple of years, I'm like, yo, there's nobody more clutch in the playoffs than that dude. And as a Yankee fan, I had to admit that to myself. And yes, it hurts when you got to admit certain things, but that's what makes this interesting because he would never admit how great Derek Jeter was as a ball player.
He was great. I just absolutely hate him.
That's
Respect the ball player he was.
Yeah, see, look, with you, Nick, I think when you dislike a player, you hold it so much that sometimes I feel like you get blinded by the greatness. Because that's my whole argument with LeBron, is that you might not like the guy. I'm cool with that. But you need to respect the greatness. You need to
he's great.
open up your eyes to greatness. Because we're not going to see a player like this in a very long time. Maybe never, ever again.
Brady, never gonna. I don't think we're gonna never see a quarterback like that.
I can almost guarantee you this. LeBron will never be Michael to me because I think Michael's the greatest to ever put on a pair of sneakers. But that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, it's your opinion.
Mike, if I was gonna die today, if they were gonna execute me, like, yo, you're gonna die right now. You're gonna die. It's gonna be the last day on earth.
Very dark all of a sudden.
Michael Jordan at 50 plus years old for a shot to save my life. I'll take that.
No. Okay. All right. You want to be realistic in this situation? I wouldn't choose LeBron. I would choose Steph Curry. If I'm about to die and I need a shot to go in, but you can't use that as an example. All right.
All right. No. All right. So let's say I need somebody to win me a series, finals. Well, I know if they win this chip, I'm living. Mike, all day, twice on Sunday. Because LeBron may give me a show. LeBron may be more theatrical. LeBron may put up more gaudy numbers, but Mike's going to hit the game winner that I know I'm walking out of there alive. Alive.
I'm choosing LeBron, but
your boy,
that's my boy.
Your boy, he's 3-7 in the finals. I would have been dead already. They'd have put a bullet in the back of my head.
All right. I really don't want to get into this, start bringing this all up and everything. Who did he face and everything? Who did he bring?
It don't matter. I'd have died.
It does. Oh, see, look.
I'd have died. I'd have been done.
Nick, this is my exact point, though. See, look. Doesn't matter. He's not open-minded about this. Thank you. You're not open-minded about it. You're not.
Well, I'm not.
All right. But Nick, I think you need to sometimes just let a little bit of go. This is you want a career in this? Well, let bygones be bygones and just let go. I'm not saying let go of the hate of the team, but for the show, I think you need to just.
I think that's fair.
I can say respect whoever and say they're great because they are, but I say I don't want them to do well.
That's a fair point.
Hey,
that's all I'm saying.
That's a fair
point. All right. Well, This has gone long enough. I want you guys to finish your show.
Hey, right. Thank you for hopping on, man.
Thank you,
no
man.
problem. I'll be leaving, just like the GOAT. You guys have a wonderful day, all right?
You too. Enjoy the football.
Sounds good,
baby.
Hopefully the Jets don't get totally annihilated. That was awesome.
I like it. He's good. He's good. Yeah. Yes, he always has some colorful analysis. So shouts to James for joining and hopping on. But so you got the Jets losing today.
Big time, yeah, blowout. At least like 28-7.
I got the Browns winning in a tight game. Because I think Washington's young yet, but I think the Browns figured out. Tight game.
Let's go game by game. What do you think? Little rapid fire?
Let's do it.
Predictions?
Let's do it.
Okay, I'm pulling up the schedule. Okay, Jets, Colts. We did that. You have the Colts winning too, right?
Yes.
What score?
34-21.
Really? You're giving the Jets 21 points?
Yeah, but those 21 are going to come in garbage time.
Bears at Falcons.
Chicago.
I got Chicago too. Without Julio Jones, I think Chicago wins. Rams-Bills, I'm going Rams by 2 touchdowns.
I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to take Buffalo.
Okay.
Buffalo in a nail biter.
Washington at Browns.
I'm taking the Browns in a close one.
I got Washington scoring by 1 touchdown. It's going to be very close.
All right. Nice.
Tennessee at Minnesota.
I'm taking the Titans.
I'm taking the Vikings. They get their first win today.
Oh. Go ahead.
Raiders at New England.
I'm going Vegas. I'm going Vegas by a field goal.
I'm going New England. Cam drives them down the field. They win in the end. I
Wow.
want to pick Vegas, but I'm going New England. 49ers at Giants.
I think the Giants win today.
I'm going Giants as well. Late field goal to seal the deal. I think Jones has a good day today.
Yep.
Cincy at Philly. I'm going Cincy.
I'm taking the Bengals. Who that?
Houston at Pittsburgh.
I'm going with the Steelers.
Same here. I'm going Pittsburgh by a couple of scores.
Woo, couple scores. Wow.
I got okay, next Carolina at LA Chargers. I'm going Chargers.
I'm going Panthers.
Okay.
Yeah. Going Panthers.
You
Because
think Teddy's gonna have a big day?
I could see it, but I think the loss of McCaffrey is going to be a little bit challenging to get through. But we'll see what's up. But I got the Panthers and the Titans.
Tampa Bay at Denver.
Oh, Tampa by like
I got Tampa 31-0. Maybe even more.
Ooh. Wow. All right.
What's your score? I'm curious.
Oh, 40 burger.
Yeah! No 60 boy.
40 burger, like 40-7.
I got Detroit at Arizona. I'm going Kyler Murray and the Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm going Cardinals again, right?
The remaining 3, the big ones. Dallas at Seattle. I'm going Seattle by a touchdown. I think it's going to be a shootout.
I'm going Seattle by 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
Yep.
Green Bay at New Orleans. I'm going Green Bay just because the loss of Michael Thomas. I think that may hurt them in the end.
I think
But
that's
same thing, like by a touchdown.
and Rod has been lighting people up lately, so I'm going Green Bay.
Lastly, Kansas City at Baltimore. I'm going KC.
I'll take Baltimore.
Ooh, okay. I got KC. It's going to be a shootout.
Baltimore
It's gonna be in the 40s.
Baltimore by a field goal.
Ooh, okay.
Yep. Anyway, man, let's wrap this thing. This was fun.
This was awesome. Thank you to James again. What an entrance and an exit with the point methods.
James, you awesome, brother. Thank you for hopping on. Big dog.
Yes.
This was fun. See you again tomorrow.
Yes.
All right.
And we're going to have another guest on tomorrow for the first time on the show, Emilio Ortega.
Big Spanish. You better be ready. All right.
Can't wait to see Emilio. And, yeah, we'll recap the football. We'll get into baseball playoffs with him and some other stuff. It's going to be good. All right, Stephen, I'll talk to you in a few, man.
All right. Be good, brother.
Yes, you too.
All right.